So I wanted to address a comment that I received from this guy right here, Jeff will get one. And he quotes, or misquotes rather, a statement by Biden. And what he's saying is that Biden once said that segregation is going to turn our schools into a jungle. And he's using that as a gotcha moment. Why don't you show that video? That video doesn't exist, but what there is the transcript of what he said. And it's true, Biden did use the words racial jungle, but the quote is wrong and the context is completely missing. But it's often used by people like him to try to state something that's just not true, and that is that Biden is racist. So let's try to make some clarity on it, shall we? The correct statement is, unless we do something, my children will grow up in a jungle, a racial jungle with tensions so high that it is going to explode. And that statement was made inside of a Senate Judiciary hearing about desegregation process. And that Senate Judiciary hearing was held between June and July of 1977. How do I know? Unlike our friend who likes to quote things that he just saw on the interweb, I actually read the transcripts. So some context is necessary. In the 1970s, courts started enforcing mandatory busing in order to try to desegregate schools. And they were trying to do it because white families who could afford it left the cities in an effort to circumvent the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s, and before that, the Brown v. Board of Education in 1954. Now, Biden was very much in favor of desegregation. He just felt that mandatory busing was not the way to achieve it. And in these transcripts, you can find out that what he's saying is just busing mandatorily is going to create tensions that will eventually overrun and overflow and create an explosion. He felt that the objective of Congress should have been higher than that. It should have been integrating neighborhoods, eliminating job discrimination, and removing a lot of the obstacles that have been created after the Civil Rights Act and the Brown v. Board of Education decision. So his point was, I'm in favor of desegregation. I just think that we're going the wrong way by simply allowing the courts to solely enforce mandatory busing. It's all here. It's all in the transcripts if somebody takes the time to read them and educate himself. And I find it a little sad that people like Jeff will get one here are trying to find their minute of fame by defacing the memory of somebody like Biden who has worked for desegregation all along. I hope now he knows too.